Hi everyone, welcome to Biostatistics for Public Health. This is HEA 526, Section 90, the Distance Education class for Spring 2016. Oops, I didn't update that there. My name's Kate Brennan. My maiden name is Wilner, so my Westchester accounts still mostly say Wilner, but you can either call me Kate or Professor Brennan. I don't have a PhD, so please don't call me doctor. I'm an adjunct instructor for the Department of Health. Here's my phone number. You can use that to contact me. My email address or Skype is here also. My office hours will be Tuesdays from 3 to 5 p.m. in the Health Sciences Center, Sturzbecker, room 308. These won't start till the third week of the semester because that's when they can get the key to me. And then I'll have other online office hours, which you can use Skype or my phone number to call me. Those will be updated on the D2L homepage after the first week of class once I receive the results of the survey that is posted, and I'll show you later. Communication. So I expect you to use the discussion board for all of your questions about content, assignments, or processes. This is so that all the other students in the class have the benefit of your answer. Most of the time when one person has a question, everyone else, or a lot of other people might have the same one. So this will help you both. All of you, actually. So I want you to post all of your questions in the discussion board instead of emailing them to me. Unless they're a personal nature, then you can, of course, email me. I don't need you to share all of your personal details with the whole class. So all of the discussion board posts will be answered by me within 2 business days, usually sooner, but sometimes it takes a little bit longer. And if you can answer someone's question that you see posted on the discussion board before I get to it, certainly do so, and I will confirm within those 2 business days. I expect you to check the discussion board at least every other day for updates and responses to others' questions. This way you can be up to date about what's going on in your assignments. Via email. So you can also contact me by email. I ask that you only send email in situations where your questions or concerns are of private nature, and that you use only your WCU email account. And again, 2 business days to answer your emails. Another way to communicate is via Skype text chat or the video chat during the virtual or online office hours, which I'll be updating in a week or so. And you can also stop into my office and Sturzbecker from 3 to 5 on Tuesdays. I'm not going to read you this course description, but this is an overview of the course. If you're in the MPH program, you had to have taken MAT 121 or an equivalent undergrad statistics class. If you're in another master's program, that's just a recommendation. Here's your distance learning statement. So because this is a distance class, you're going to be a lot more on your own than you would in a typical class. So since this is more flexible, you're going to need to consider the following things. You need to be self-motivated and have self-discipline. So you need to participate in the online classroom, and you must log in at least every other day to view your lectures, the material, and submit your assignments on time. Also important is planning and organization for yourself. You need to have disciplined work habits, effective time management skills, and the ability to work both alone and collaboratively with your classmates. Please note that the 3 hours per week that you would have used to attend in-person lectures should be spent reviewing the lectures, SPSS demonstrations, and reading the textbook. You should expect to devote a minimum of additional 6 hours per week for course assignments. So it's a minimum of 9 hours per week that you're going to spend on this class. I would recommend you spend more, but that's up to you. Civility. Please interact together with your classmates in a respectful manner. You can look at the expectations in the student codes of conduct. It's also at this link here if you want to read that, or technology civility is at this second link here. For the library, you have access to all the library services through the internet and by telephone, as well as coming to campus if that's something that's possible for you. What you need for this class. You have to have full use of Desire to Learn D2L for digital submission and interactive facilities, as well as your WCU email account. Here's instructions to log on to D2L or your email. If you are still unsure about that, let me know. Skype's also recommended for you to connect with me and also your fellow students if you wish. So a camera or microphone is suggested if you want to communicate beyond the email or phone. I am not technically responsible for any of those systems, so if you need help with any of them, contact the WCU IT help desk, either at this phone number here or the after hours hotline for D2L here. Now these two resources here are required. You will need these for the course, and they're very, very important. So here's your textbook. It's by Andy Field, Discovering Statistics Using SPSS, the 4th edition. Here's the ISBN number, and here's also a link that you can rent the e-textbook if you don't want to have a hard copy for 180 days, and it's discounted. But you can also look on Amazon. They have some discounted copies as well. I wouldn't recommend using the bookstore because it's very expensive, but that's up to you. Also, you're going to need the IBM SPSS software no later than the 3rd week of class. So as soon as you get this application, I would like you to open it so that you can make sure that it works, so that when you have an assignment using it, you'll be able to log in and not have any issues for that week. So you just need to open it when you have it and see that it pops up and it doesn't give you any error messages. If it does, then you'll need to contact the IT help desk. So you can get free access to SPSS using the RAM Cloud or using the on-campus computer labs. RAM Cloud allows you to use SPSS and other software with access to the internet. So I'm not an administrator of RAM Cloud. Contact the IT help desk if you're having issues. It has caused issues for students in the past, so if you're having trouble, make sure that you have another way to access SPSS, even if that means you have to come onto campus and use the computer labs in Anderson. Another option is you to purchase or lease the SPSS grad pack, either the base or standard software. The base version is all you'll need for this class, and really for everything in this the MPH program for research methods and your ALE. So you can either go to either of these links or type it into Google, and you should find a lease for the grad pack. I think it's about $60 for 180 days. I'm not really sure on that though, so check that out. But you do need to have both of these things, the textbook and the software. The textbook you need as soon as possible, and the software by the 3rd week of class. Here are some other text resources that are some textbooks that I might recommend if you're struggling or you need a different explanation. Again, they're all listed here, but none of those are required, so I don't expect you to get them. But if you're having some issues with using SPSS, these 2 textbooks are phenomenal resources. Some websites here, these help you go through some other information for statistics as well as SPSS. So I might post those during weeks where you're using the SPSS software as well. Course objectives. So these are really important because these are what you should be assessing me on at the end of the semester when you receive the course evaluations. They're listed here. I'm not going to read them. You can read through them, but they're very important. So here we have the core and track competencies. So for the MPH program, this course addresses biostatistics, obviously, some epidemiology, some research, planning and evaluation, as well as communication and informatics. And here's just a table of the MPH competencies, the course objectives, and what assessments in the class correlate to those 2 types of objectives and competencies, just so you can see what your assignments are actually meaning towards those goals for the course. the grading